This man, I used to say, was the Babe Ruth of basketball. I've now come to believe that Babe Ruth was the Michael Jordan of baseball.
No one then, with the exception of Michael himself, could have known that 2 months later, he would be attempting to compete on the same field of battle which made the Babe famous. In December of '94, Jordan began working out for baseball. Nearly everyone thought it was a joke. Everyone except Michael.
I do have skills and capabilities of possibly playing this game as long as I want to stay with it, and I plan on trying to keep improving on that so that I don't make a fool of myself.
Impressed enough with the improvement Jordan had shown, or convinced that he would be the greatest gate attraction since, dare we say, Ruth, the White Sox signed Jordan to a free agent contract and invited him to spring training. The circus-like atmosphere put pressure on the other players in camp, but the focus was clearly on Michael. On March 31st, MJ was assigned to the AA Birmingham Barons. Before playing his first game, he spent $350,000 on a new team bus. The date, April 8th, is significant in Jordan's life for 2 reasons. It was on that day during the 85-86 basketball season he scored 63 points against the Celtics. It was on that day in 1994 that Jordan began his professional baseball career, playing right field for the Barons. The numbers he created off the field were more impressive than the ones he produced on it. Wherever he went, fans flocked to see him play. Jordan ended up hitting .202 with 51 RBIs. He stole 30 bases, struck out 114 times, but over the last 3 weeks of the season, Jordan went 12 for 40, hitting .300.
It's a good start. I don't think I'm finished. I think my dream's still continuing. I'm still trying to get to the Major League if possible. I mean, that's the ultimate dream.
5 days after he put the glove down, he put his sneakers back on, playing in a charity game hosted by Scottie Pippen. Jordan displayed the moves and pizzazz which earned him 3 regular season and 3 postseason MVP awards. He scored 52 points, then kissed the Chicago Stadium floor and seemingly his basketball life goodbye. Like Birmingham, Scottsdale, Arizona was the next to benefit from MJ's presence. His play in the Fall League continued to lend credence to the notion that he may someday play in the bigs. Jordan batted .252 in 35 games. But in November, basketball called again. In a made-for-TV event, Jordan's number was retired, and a statue of the living legend was unveiled in front of the new United Center, affectionately known as the house that Jordan built. February 17, 1995, Michael turns 32 in Sarasota, Florida. But on March 2nd, he walked out of the White Sox training camp, having earlier vowed not to get in the middle of the strike. Now, he's back in the middle of basketball.
Less than 2 years, you're back. Why now? Why jump back into a fishbowl that's even bigger than the one you left?
Well, I mean, either way, my life has been a fishbowl no matter what. You know, on the court, off the court. That's just something that I've kind of created for myself and certainly of my family. But I think being that I'm older, I know how to deal with that, especially for my family's sake. You know, when I'm with my family, that's my private life. That's certainly, you know, my time with them. I think one thing I kind of totally forgot, you know, once I retired 18 months ago, was my love for the game of basketball. As much as I tried to stay away from the game, I mean, the more times that I played, the more times that my appetite got wet. So, you know, once the baseball situation kind of diffused a little bit, I mean, it was good for me. I think it really gave me a chance to get my mind away from the game of basketball and more or less go back to the basics of, you know, participating, you know, not from a standard of, you know, high standards that I've set for myself, but down where I had to work to get what I got.
You're coming home tonight, but this arena isn't really home. I mean, your home is across the street.
Well, the way that I see it is it's the neighborhood. It's the same neighborhood, but it's a different house. And it's a lot of resemblance to my new home or to the old home. But I guess, you know, things have changed, and it's pretty modern, and certainly you have to make it your home, and you have to bring some of those pieces from the old place to here just to make it your new home. So I'd rather have the old stadium, but you know, in terms of modifications, I have to deal with this. And you know, for the time being, this is going to be my home until I get comfortable.
So what's your future? How long are you here for?
Well, I mean, I got to finish out my contract, and you know, that's a couple years, I think. And from that point on, I mean, I got to evaluate what my interests are at that particular time. And I don't want to look so far in the future that, you know, I'm pressed to live out a certain schedule. My life has always been, and my motto has always been, to live it day by day, you know, and not try to think so far in advance that you kind of forget about the present. You know, I want to live for the present at this particular time, and the present is that I'm playing for the Bulls now, and I look forward to finishing out my contract. Now, what happens from that point on, you know, certainly is whatever I feel at that moment.
They couldn't restructure your contract, Scottie Pippen's contract, or anybody else's contract. Were there any stipulations that Scottie and Phil Jackson and you would be together through the duration?
There was a question, certainly. You know, I wanted to know what the status of these gentlemen were. I mean, I wasn't demanding not one thing. I've never demanded since I've been here, and I wasn't going to start at that particular time. Even so, you know, I could have easily, but I've never operated from that angle, you know. And yeah, I asked about Phil, I asked about BJ, I asked about Pippen, Tony, you know, just to see where I stood, you know, and that had a lot to do with my decision making. But, you know, I didn't demand these guys to get new contracts or you know, whatever, you know, what all the speculations were. But, you know, in terms of myself, I didn't ask for no extra money. I knew I couldn't because of the moratorium, and I came back under my own contract.
This team, do you think it can win a 4th title as it's constituted?
Certainly. I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
Michael, the team you left in Phoenix and the team you came back to here in March this year, 2 different teams.
I don't know. I think the next 14 games is going to be very crucial in terms of how we can, you know, create our own identity. You know, with that team that won the 3 championships, we had our identity, and, you know, everyone knew their respective roles. Now, with this team, you're trying to find, you know, the niches where everybody can fit into where it's a complete puzzle. You know, how big my piece is going to be, I don't know. You know, in the last, you know, my last 3 years with the Bulls, you know, it was a big piece, but yet it fitted perfectly, and everything dictated in terms of how the other guys expanded their pieces. I mean, I don't think it should change. I think that, you know, my productivity is going to rely upon what these guys are able to do and how well they can expand their games.
Scottie Pippen emerged as a star in his own right last year when you were playing baseball. Have your role and his role changed?
Oh, certainly. Certainly. I think he has a better understanding in terms of the expectations that a player of his caliber, and certainly of my caliber, have to live up to day in and day out. I think that's one thing that really has made him that much better as a player. Is the 18 months that I was away, he had to deal with some of those similarities that I had to deal with, you know, when I was here. So that I think mentally he becomes a little bit more stronger.
Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Tony Kukoc are 3 great players with a ball in their hands, but there's only one ball out there. Is it hard for you guys to play at the same time?
Pippen and I had that understanding, you know, my last 3 years, or when we won the 3 championships. So I think it's capable. We're capable of understanding that, and I think Tony's going to have to implement that, you know, and learn how to do that amongst the 3 of us. It gives us a lot of versatility as a team, which is very strong in this game today, the versatility, the different matchups that you have to deal with. So I think the more we play with each other, we can understand certain things that make, you know, players comfortable and make them more productive. So 3 threats, you know, that's a great weapon to have, especially going into the playoff. And it's a great weapon when you know what your other players are capable of doing. And I think that's one thing that I'm trying to find out about Tony. I think he knows about me, but he's yet to see it, is the understanding of how to complete a game and what he can rely upon.
So what do Michael's peers think of his return? They couldn't stop him before, but now after 17 months, it sounds like they want to give basketball's prodigal son a big hug and a kiss. We start with his old buddy Chuck.
Hey, welcome back and good luck. We're going to try to hold up our end of the bargain. We won't play them again unless they get to the finals. And like I said, good luck.
I think it's great for the game, and it's great for the NBA. And I think everybody will be tuned in tomorrow to watch Michael play.
To see him come back, it's just going to make a huge impact on basketball and sports throughout the world.
He looked pretty good playing against us in the day he practiced. In fact, I didn't see any loss of skill.
He choreographed all this. He scripted this whole situation. So he's not going to come back unless he's going to come back with a bang and he's looking good. You can believe that.
This is what this man waited for. It's what he came back for. Michael returned for the NBA playoffs for a chance to win a world championship. And this is step number 1 tonight. No surprises for the Bulls. Kukoc, Pippen, Purdue in the middle, Armstrong and Jordan. For the Hornets, Johnson and Wingate at the forwards, Mourning in the middle, and Muggsy Bogues, the guy we're really going to watch early on, and Hersey Hawkins. Right by this. Michael stops, free throw line inside. Tony for the slam. Michael with a great pass. He drew double coverage. Looks post up. Tries to get Hawkins off of him. MJ backs off. Baseline jump shot is good for Michael.
His first basket in a long time in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a good point. Tony on the right side. Michael comes across, post up, spin move, and he kisses it off the glass. Pip with it on the right side, on top BJ. Wennington pops out. Now Mourning's got to come out and stay with him. Michael with a long deuce, rattles in. Michael with the fadeaway jumper, and a long deuce for Michael Jordan.
Big centers have been right up there.
Michael on top, wants a three.
Michael has ended up the regular season shooting right at the 50% mark. He loves that short three.
Del Curry fakes the baseline jumper. He'll take it now. And rebound tapped out. Michael's got it with 3 seconds. Down the floor. Tony, 1 second. Stops. It's a three.
Hey, yes! Tony! The dagger to Waiters. Back on the good side of Phil. In a hurry.
All right. Michael with it on the outside. A long two for Michael. And it bounces in. 13 for Michael. Double digit with 3:15 remaining. Mourning. Jumper may have been partially blocked by Tony. Gets it out. BJ had to wait on it. Now gets it over to Michael.
And a foul. Yes, sir. Was Muggsy the last one to get him, or was it was Muggsy?
I'd see them go one more time at Alonzo Mourning. Go right at him. Michael stops from 16 and hits again. 18 from Michael, and it's a 2-point Bulls lead.
Man.
Michael stops, rises, and hits again.
Oh, man, 22, and that time it looked a little flatter.
Brings it that way, now slows it down. MJ, and there's a hand check foul. No shot, they say, Hugh Evans. Hand check foul here. Tony gives it back to him. Michael fakes the shot, gives it back. Tony with a baseline tray and a big bucket for Tony.
Tony coming to life here. He's got 11, and we said he is the factor. Everybody calls him the X factor.
Wingate looking down from Mourning, who has it. Tony comes over to help and goes away. Mourning with 3 on the shot clock, runs into Kukoc, short, and Will right there gets it out to Michael. Bulls 2-on-2. MJ with Hawkins goes to the bucket. No.
Yes, the man was knocking. The man from Charlotte.
Michael pops out. MJ makes the move, stops from 16, and he makes it look so easy. Michael down low as Mourning comes over to help. And MJ hits a big bucket. 30. Take the lead back by 1. Michael goes baseline double.
Oh, yeah! Vintage MJ, and he's got his playoff average here. Michael Jordan, the tongue out. Watch this one. A lot of guys up there. He hangs, puts it up with the left hand and in. So we've had some excitement. This is the 4th seed team against the 5th seed team. Tom, they've won 50 games. The Bulls are putting on quite a show here. Come in as the underdog in a Hornets lead by 1, 4:35.
Over to Tony with Gaddison on him. To Michael, he'll stop from 15. And MJ hits again.
Nobody's standing there. Michael came out. He for it.
Luke back to Tony. That's close, but a little too strong. We are going to overtime here in Charlotte. The Chicago Bulls and the Charlotte Hornets are tied at 92. I think you're right. I think you got to make him shoot it. Tony penetrates, gives it back. Michael open 19-footer.
Yes, sir. MJ with 40.
It is such a difference when Tony's aggressive offensively when he penetrates and makes things happen. Bulls lead it by 1. Pip down the floor over to Tony. Kukoc, yes!
And they closed hard with Alonzo Mourning, and they're going to take a timeout, talk this one over.
Gotti brings it across the timeline, coming up on 2 minutes left in the overtime. MJ hangs, would be.
Yes, sir, off the glass. Big hoop by Michael.
Minute 35 left. MJ inside for Luke.
Yes, sir. Oh, Michael loves it. This big guy gets one. Look at this. I love it, big boy, he says.
Timeout, Charlotte.
They had to take Gaddison out because they're going to stay with their good free throw shooters in there. Michael's going to take a little time off.
Right
to the basket. A hammer, and watch this building empty out. 44, 1 shy of his number.
They got to foul him. I mean, they have to foul him to stop it here.
The Bulls got new 24 seconds on the clock.
Michael drives in again, stops. There's the dagger. There is is the dagger as MJ just stuck it to Charlotte again. 106-97.
It's this one. They double him here. Michael breaks loose. Nobody underneath. He pulls up on the dime, fires it in.
Just shakes his head.
Michael Jordan coming back here to Carolina. Full tongue extension.
On the road, the Chicago Bulls here in Charlotte will pick up a win. That's the final buzzer here in Charlotte. The Chicago Bulls have defeated the Charlotte Hornets.
Yes. Rebound Jordan. To help Tony Kukoc. Tony can't handle Larry inside. Oh, Will Perdue flying for the stub. And gets up for the offensive rebound, and then a perfect feed to Will Perdue. Slicing it, is still learning it, still not comfortable with it. Kukoc from Jordan. And the beautiful spin. Oh, here's Jordan. Here's Kukoc. Took it all the way. Jordan. Yes. Nice move off the fake by Michael to 8:32. The Hornets with the lead. Jordan finding Kukoc. Jordan posting up now against Hawkins. Hawkins playing him well. Jordan to the fadeaway. Michael Jordan. 4-on-3 developing. Jordan with no one on him. Yes. Once again, Michael keeps looking around. Jordan. Yes. 16-5 to go in the half. Jordan got the step. Michael Jordan has tied the game. Hawkins and taking it hard to the goal. And Alonzo Mourning did get his hand up earlier. And Jordan keeps it alive and pops. Yes. The play, but then on the turnover, and they won. Well, Jordan got the step, but it was blocked by Mourning. Will Perdue able to hang in. Still offensively settling for jump shots. Michael Jordan realizing that decides to take it to the goal, but Robert Parrish has been a force inside along with Alonzo Mourning in blocking some shots. Jordan to the reverse. Finds Michael Jordan, who starts to go up in the air. He sees the long outstretched arms of Robert Parrish, and only Michael Jordan maybe has that ability to hang just that long, able to control and take it to the other side and use the glass. First half, and Jordan fires away, hits the three. Jordan for three. Yes. The Hornets now. Hornets lead by 12. Jordan firing the three. So Michael Jordan. Johnson getting inside. Rebound. For a team that has been poor all year long, dead last in offensive rebounding, the Charlotte Hornets have really come alive in these first two games of this playoff series as Alonzo Mourning having another outstanding ball game. Out of there by Kukoc, saved by Pippen to Michael. Back to Pippen. Kukoc. Pippen on the drive to Michael inside the paint. Michael's first basket from 8 feet away. It is 8-5 more. Michael Jordan posting again against Hawkins. There's that same shot he hit before. Under a minute. Tied at 22. There's vintage Michael Jordan. He finished.
All those things come to play in the playoffs.
Jordan's 360 turnaround. Very nicely done. He's 4 for 9. Larry Johnson penetrates inside. Mourning has it stripped by Pete Myers. That's 5 turnovers for Mourning. B.J. Armstrong to Michael Jordan. 3 for Michael.
That's his first jump shot.
Mourning again. They have to kick it back out. Back to Mourning again. Got a better position this time. Lost the ball.
Alonzo the ball. Well, he's not getting 3 players on him. Look at this. You got Michael stripping. You got Longley there. You got Pippen in his lap. That can bother post players because he can block their shots from behind.
Michael's pull-up jumper from the line. He's got that look. 6 to go, third quarter. 58-44 Chicago on the verge of blowing this thing open. Michael! Oh, baby! High 21. Jordan with the steal. Look out, has Pippen. Oh, baby, look out. We saw this
3 years ago. Jordan with the great steal against Hersey Hawkins. He just comes in from behind. And Scottie Pippen out ahead of the pack. Scottie's been very quiet offensively tonight, although he has a lot of assists.
Michael Jordan just spinning past Hancock, leaving Hancock flopping on the floor. Jordan lays it in, and he'll go to the line for a three-point opportunity.
Seen this all night long. Look at him. He comes. He's going to shake it right, pull it back, and now the finish with the left hand. And this is the greatness of Michael Jordan. You get to the basket, and he can play with either hand around the basket. He can finish. He gets the foul.
In the second quarter, Jordan follows his own miss.
I'm going to miss him, but I tell you what, in Detroit, I'm going to beat him.
Myers with the jam. Interestingly, Doug.
Boy, is this place pumped. Longley and Mourning are ready to go. And Scotty will go back and get it for the Bulls. Bounces back, MJ for a tray. Three. Michael posts up. Back to Tony for the easy one. Tony popped out. Instead, it's back Michael. Fakes the three, takes the three. And 8 Bulls with the lead. MJ stops, top of the circle, and I think he feels it, Red.
I thought he was going to stop for the three.
All he needs is a little look. He's got great wrists. 5 points. Here they go.
Michael stops, flies.
Yes! A three on the money! With a man right in his push.
The post up wanted it. Instead, it's out to MJ. Spins with the rolling hook.
He's got them all.
Crowd doesn't like it. They wanted the free throws. They want anything. They'll get a chance to score. Michael posts up, spins, fades, and hits. Got him. They'll want a double team. Michael got held and fouled by Alonzo Mourning.
They're looking for help. Mourning's the one that grabs him and really grabs.
72-68, Charlotte with the lead. MJ with a post-up. Mourning over to double team. Wennington again with a slam. And finally, the Bulls are starting to make Charlotte pay for that double team. At 12, at 11, at 10. Inside Johnson with a fadeaway jumper, and he gives him the lead.
Tony put all kinds of pressure. He wouldn't give him the ball out there. He went down low, got the shot off the backboard.
Michael got behind, goes inside, puts it in, counted, he's fouled by Alonzo.
Big time Alonzo's 5th. Michael with a power move, only his 2nd basket of this half. Wingate overplays him. Michael goes behind, he takes it on in. Powers that ball in.
Scotty on top, gives it back to Michael. He'll stop, take the jumper and hit.
Could be MJ time. Could be.
Watch Alonzo.
You don't want to be behind the screen, BJ. Here they come.
Johnson backs in from 16. Johnson short.
It's over! It's over! The Bulls go in! The Bulls go in the next round! Yes! Charlotte is going home to the Hive!
The Bulls escape a huge bullet by the Charlotte Hornets. They had 3 chances at it late. Every opportunity to hit a bucket. Johnson came up short. The rebound didn't go. The tap wouldn't go. The Hornets leaving. Here it is one more time with the clock. 5.1 seconds. Johnson starts to back in against Scotty. Turns and fades from 16. Hawkins is right there with plenty of time to catch it. And you see the clock goes off. And the Chicago Bulls just absolutely escape.
The finale of our playoff triple-header, game 1 of the best-of-7 Eastern Conference semifinal series between the Orlando Magic and the Chicago Bulls. First quarter, Michael Jordan hitting on his first jump shot.
Just a little verbal communication or just knowing each other so well they get the save and the extra possession.
Jordan milking the clock. Shot clock down to 6. Michael Jordan not able to hit. And back come the Magic. Final seconds of the quarter. Anderson for Scott. Off the fake. 3 seconds to go in the quarter. Oh, Jordan slicing through. And that is rejected by Scott. In the first quarter, Michael Jordan 2 of 10 from the field, 6 points. Shaquille O'Neal took only 1 field goal attempt at 6 of 6 from the line. This is a series that has certainly been billed as Michael versus Shaq. In fact, the NBC promotion department, along with NBC Sports, right out there, I have to say, in that regard. We talked about that with Shaquille.
Michael is the world's most premier player, and I'm just a young, upcoming player. And, you know, people do that to get ratings. And I understand. But those who know basketball know that I won't be sticking Michael, and Michael won't be sticking me. And it's a team game, and we're just going to go out there and we're going to try to beat that team.
Shaquille then, Matt, analyzed the demographics of the ratings following that conversation. Second quarter underway. That's Judd Bushler, and tipped home by Jordan, but will not count. Offensive interference in the second. Orlando with a 1-point lead. That's a by Wennington that fell. He challenged the passing. Shaw with the step. Put home by O'Neal. Shaquille has taken over.
Rarely gets a layup opportunity and didn't get one there.
Michael Jordan. He continues to struggle in this first half. He is 2 for 12. Magic up by 2. Good coach. Off the dribble for Jordan. And here's Jordan going to the drive. And he's tied the game at 43. Final seconds. Hardaway from center court. Oh, just off to the left side. The former Chicago Bull, Horace Grant, giving the Magic a 2-point lead. Horace, the guy who said he never felt comfortable playing for the Bulls. Obviously upset as Kukoc is able to knock down the 3. Horace obviously upset about the contract situation, particularly with Kukoc getting the big numbers and in coming to Chicago. Says he feels very secure here in Orlando, which is certainly understandable. A 5-year, $17 million pact, building a home here in Orlando. Also admits he and Michael Jordan never did see eye to eye. Here's Grant again, and he's in the midst of a good run. Horace with 8 points, 7 of his 8 here.
As a team, the reason they're in this ballgame is on the offensive board.
Michael Jordan hoping that jump shot gets him going. He is now 4 for 16. The Bulls lead by 4, and the Magic calling for time.
Anderson will hit a 3 and get the crowd going.
Jordan looking for the jumper.
Yes.
Michael Jordan has hit 2 in a row. Michael Jordan receiving a rest. Only 5 of 18 for 12 points, and he's right there in a list of dubious distinction from the personal point of view of Michael Jordan in terms of worst shooting playoff games. He did come back from that 3 of 18 against the Knicks with a 54-point effort the next game a couple years back.
I'm sure in the back of Michael's mind, somewhere throughout this series, he is going to have one of those huge games, and he's probably going to have to do it in this building if the Chicago Bulls are going to try to, and in fact, get the home court advantage back.
And that is number 5 on Hardaway. Jordan to the fadeaway. Yes. Michael Jordan's jump shot showing some signs in the second half. Although overall 6 of 19 from the field. Here comes Jordan to the backpedaling Anderson. Jordan got the step, and Jordan has tied the game at 86.
And that's what you expect from Michael Jordan in this situation. A little bit of open court, hasn't seen, not had many opportunities all game long like this, but this one opened wide as you could be, as able to beat Nick Anderson off the dribble. Horace Grant waving at him, and nobody in that back line of defense as Bill Wennington taking Shaquille away from the play.
Michael Jordan shot 80% in a 17-game return during the regular season. He's 2 of 3 here today.
And Phil Jackson is very much concerned about Hardaway. Has gone big now. Pete Myers in the ballgame. It'll either be Jordan, Pippen, or Myers watching Hardaway.
Oh, Jordan misses on both. Orlando with a 2-point lead, a minute and a half left in the fourth quarter. Michael Jordan missing the 2 free throws down the stretch. Hardaway with the ball fake, and Pippen rebounds. The Bulls want to run. Here's Pippen. 7 for Jordan. Yes, the game is tied, and Jordan will go to the line. Foul committed by Grant.
Jordan hard enough. At the other end of the floor, Hardaway felt he was fouled on the play. Brian Hill trying to calm him down.
3-point play for Jordan. He now has 19. The Bulls lead by 1. The costly pass thrown by Dennis Scott in a crowd that was picked off by the Bulls. And Jordan spinning his way against Anderson. Here comes Hardaway. The Magic ball long. 6 and 2/10 seconds to go. Michael Jordan having a very difficult time. He missed the 2 free throws earlier. He was just picked off, stripped, which led to the lead bucket. We'll be right back. Go in the fourth quarter. Another look as Nick Anderson did it from behind. Chasing Jordan, knocked it away, leading to this.
And Penny Hardaway finds Horace Grant flying in on the right side. I think Michael Jordan felt with the 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter that he was going to get fouled on the play. It looked like he had beaten Nick Anderson, but then the flick from behind, as we have seen some wild and crazy things happen in the final 18 seconds today.
Tony Kukoc will throw in. Jordan played by Royal. Jordan to Pippen. And it will be Orlando ball. Michael had the shot, but decided to pass off. And that is something we've rarely seen. 1 and 5/10 seconds to go, and the foul is given by Armstrong.
In the air and then change his mind. I think initially Michael was thinking drive to the basket, but he was sealed off by 3 players, and Pippen started to move instead of stay. Spotted up in that left corner, and the 2 great veterans miscommunicate on the play.
8/10 of a second remaining.
This is where Tony Kukoc has made so many, not so many, about 4 or 5 3-point shots in this situation.
And it comes to Kukoc, broken up by Grant. And that will do it. The final scores, time is run out on the Bulls. The Magic 94 and the Bulls 91. Led by Shaquille O'Neal with 26 points.
Michael just not getting to the basket to finish the shots. Here, another medium jump shot. Everything is been from the outside. The shots that he's missed, he's taken hard to the hoop, gone with the left hand, but there's been somebody to either contest them or he's missed them up close. So Corey Blunt back in the lineup. Pete Myers, Steve Kerr, Purdue, and Scottie Pippen.
To Hardaway. And Michael with the steal. Brings it up.
Goes.
Scottie for the slam.
Tony touched that ball. Didn't he coming down the lane?
Bulls looking to take the lead now. MJ splits him, goes to the basket and lays it in. And the Bulls have taken the lead back here in Orlando. Michael with the steal. Here he goes.
Yep, all the way down. He played that passing lane right the last 2 times. Shaq tried to throw it out of there.
MJ starts to back, triple team, baseline jumper. Michael's got 4 in the second half. Down the floor, and Michael took it away.
Pippen's hiding down in the lane.
MJ from 16.
Didn't need him. 3 hoops by Michael. He's got 22.
Back to Michael with Anderson on him one-on-one. Michael from 20. 4 of 4 for Michael Jordan here in the second half. Green roll. Pip goes inside right to the bucket. Michael there for the rebound follow. 63-56 now. MJ on the wing. Stops from 16. Michael 6 of 6 from the field. Bill Wennington will check in now. So a fresh 24 on the shot clock now. Corner. Steve Kerr. Baseline jumper. Steve Kerr. 86-79 now. Bulls with the lead. Shaq is out. Michael in the lob.
Whoa, beautiful by Tony. A catch and a slam down. 30 big boys for MJ. We're number 23 if you haven't noticed.
88-79 now. Bulls with the lead. Grant.
Now this play happened just a second ago. A nice one. Tony with the dribble. Michael goes alley-oops. He catches. Can he score? You bet.
Steve almost lost the dribble. Finds Michael on the right side. Stops along 2. MJ hits again.
32. That's about his playoff average, isn't it?
Hey, Tommy, the NBA has called an emergency meeting tomorrow to discuss Michael Jordan's jersey number change. Now, apparently, Orlando GM Pat Williams has filed a complaint with the league, but since this is unprecedented, it'll be interesting to see what type of action, if any, the league can take against Michael. So we'll have to wait and see tomorrow.
A little interesting thing. This is the third different number Michael's worn against this team. 23, 45, and he once wore 12, and a foul by Shaw. He once wore 12 when somebody stole his uniform here.
The league later said, nope, no big deal. Michael inside, got
Wiped it out.
Offensive foul on MJ, and he can't believe it.
Fourth foul on Michael Jordan. He cleans that baseline out. He's got it. He goes, and here comes Scott out from behind his man. He moved over on that play.
Got Hardaway on him. Michael continues to back in. Shaq comes over to double team. Michael around Shaq. Oh, what a shot by Michael again.
34, and they'll take a timeout and talk about it with 3:08, Tommy. Wow.
96-88. Bulls with a lead here in Orlando.
Got Hardaway on him, bumping and jiving. He comes out. Shaq comes to him. Michael shoots over the top, and that's his 33rd, 34th point. 3:08 left here.
Michael 9 of 11 from the field here in the second half. MJ with it on the wing. Back on top finds Scotty. Bulls with good ball movement here. Right side, Michael. Tony comes across to post up, wants it down there. Michael backs off, stops.
Oh, big time dagger. A dagger. 2:25.
98-89 now, Bulls with the lead. Block, and Michael has come on with a huge ball game, 36. The two who didn't play very well last time. Dennis Scott had it blocked by Michael.
Yes, he's got it. Good eyeball, Scotty. Yes, sir. Pop.
Timeout, Orlando. Magic timeout, a minute 34 left. And the Bulls lead it by 11. 2 seconds, 1 second, and the Bulls have evened the series here in Orlando. They came out looking for a win, got one here in Orlando, and the Chicago Bulls, 104-94 victors. Bill Jackson congratulating his players as they walk off the floor.
Avoided the contact so he didn't get fouled.
Jordan from 18 drops his first jump shot of the night. First 2 minutes from the United Center. Kukoc, ball fake, Jordan. That's a 2. He stepped on the line. Michael is opening 2 for 2 at the United Center. Some full court pressure from the Bulls.
See, they're trying to get the ball out of Hardaway's hands. They throw it to Dennis Scott. He's picked up his dribble. And they're going to cause a turnover here.
And they got it. Jordan. He's 3 for 3, and the Bulls are out in front 10-5.
He's playing Horace Grant. They don't mind throwing back to Horace Grant because he's not going to attack the basket. So now Scotty backs off, and we stop it right here. Now he's in a denial. Now it's basically man-to-man all over the floor. Puts Horace in a tough position. BJ picks the ball off, and the opportunity now goes to Michael Jordan. So these are the kind of plays that Orlando cannot make early in the game. 10-5. Michael Jordan off to a quick start.
With Jay Armstrong with 2 threes early in this game. He had been struggling during the entire playoffs. Michael Jordan hasn't missed yet. Michael has 10. He's 4 of 4 and 2 free throws. It's 18-10 Chicago.
See, I think Orlando's going to have to do something to get Scottie Pippen out of the play.
Donald Royal was looking down inside when Hardaway tried to make the pass. Another turnover, and Jordan is back very quickly and burns him quickly. He's 5 of 5 and has 12 points in 4.5 minutes. And quieted down since that initial onslaught. 8 on the shot clock.
See how many dribbles he takes. There's one.
A long jumper goes in. Oh, mercy. Jordan with 16 points. He's 6 of 8. Pippen to Jordan. Over 2 defenders. That's a 2. And Michael Jordan has that sweet jumper falling tonight. 18 first quarter points for Jordan. 7 out of 9 from the floor. The Bulls 37-34, 11:25 to go second quarter. Jordan gets around the screen, off the glass, and the foul on Anthony Hardaway.
See, they've got to work on this handoff right here by Reggie Miller in overtime to put him up 6.
Speaking of spectacular. Oh, baby.
No, that's the high rent district. Here's Michael. This time he crosses over, goes right through the defense, and Horace Grant has 2 fouls. So
the Bulls lead by 5. 23-45. What isn't a number anyway? Well, according to this book on numerology, it says 23 signifies love or one who retires, while 45 can reflect banking or marketing. As for Michael's birthday, February 17th, it says, you are highly ambitious and you are blessed with excellent business and financial instincts. Coincidental? Maybe, maybe not. But number 23 has 23 points and counting.
Jordan has 27. Jordan is 10 of 13 from the floor tonight. Well, that looks like the broken triangle play we just watched. Jordan isolated.
And the triangle's in trouble. You get it to 23 and you say, Michael, bail us out. Plays. Remember, Bob, we talked early in the first half.
20 brings. Jordan hard to the hoop. The reverse from Michael. They're on their feet.
Michael Jordan goes away from the double team. You got to force him back to the double team. But look at this spectacular finish. Orlando leads
Michael.
All right, let's wait here. Isolated side. You want to push him to help. Here comes the guy for the double team. They let him get to the outside, and he ends up going by 3 people. Here comes the double team. It doesn't mean anything. Shaq is too slow getting there. And then another poster by Michael Jordan. New shoes, new number again.
New poster.
And new face on the poster.
Look at this. The wraparound from Shaquille O'Neal.
Who wants it most, Bob? It's a tie game in a playoff heat.
Jordan gets the 2 over Anthony Bowie. When you say who wants it most, the name Jordan will almost always pop up. I don't know if I've ever seen a more fierce competitor. Hardaway. Bowie on the leaner. Rebound Pippen. That's 10 rebounds for Scotty to Kukoc.
Kerr's over here wide open for 3.
Into Michael Jordan on the baseline. The foul! And he'll go to the line. Michael Jordan has 37 points.
The awareness of Steve Kerr getting to him so quickly. You're going to watch the Magic defender run at him. And then Michael Jordan once again. When you're going to prevent him from making a layup, you better grab both arms. You better not give him any kind of chance at all to finish a shot.
Thanks, Marv. I spent some time with Michael Jordan this morning, and he wanted me to clear up 3 things. First of all, on the jersey issue, he says that he doesn't feel like he broke a rule because there is no written rule about changing the jersey number, so therefore he didn't break one. Second of all, on the much talked about bruised wrist, he did not have a bruised wrist. He said he jammed 2 fingers of his right hand, and it did not affect his shooting or his ball handling ability. Now, thirdly, the problem with the shoes, he has not been wearing the right shoes, but today he will sport a brand new pair of shoes. They are black patent leather. They are very stylish. The only one thing is they are a little bit out of style because on the back of them, they have number 45. So if he's not wearing his old shoes, I guess there's nothing else that I could do but take his old shoes home. Marv?
Yes. About sporting the Cotton Club look there. And now Harper will come on for Jordan. Well, Michael Jordan, in contrast to what we have seen the previous 3 games where he has been the core of the offense, is just looking to see others get involved, and he sits down scoreless, 0 for 3 from the field.
And Philip, more conscious of Michael maybe getting a little bit tired in the middle of the 2nd quarter and late in the 3rd quarter, trying to change up the substitution rotation on Michael. Take advantage of the hand check rule.
Jordan. Michael is 0 for 4. Threes in the regular season. Orlando took 3 of 4 from Chicago. Michael Jordan getting a friendly roll. Richie Alamano saying that Michael Jordan hits out a 2nd field goal. He has 6 points.
Knew that Shaquille O'Neal was somewhere in the area, not taking any chances here as he tomahawks that before Shaquille O'Neal can get his hand up. Here he is moving without the ball once again, and Michael knew that anything soft wasn't going to get it done.
The Bulls hoping to tie the series at 2. Orlando looking to go up 3 games to 1. Beautiful backdoor pass from Hardaway. Anderson took a shot at the head. He thought he was fouled, and Jordan finished it. He's Donald Royal still bothered by the left ankle problem. Jordan is able to do it off the spin. Orlando would also like to see Nick Anderson get on a roll. Michael Jordan. Well, maybe this basket will bring more success. Welcome back to the United Center in Chicago. Marv Albert, Matt Guokas, and Ahmad Rashad. Orlando with an 8-2 run to start the third quarter. Michael Jordan has had his ups and downs in terms of the first and second half. Looks like he has come through with one good half per game. And with the steal. Jordan. Yes. Beautiful exchange between Jordan and Kukoc. The Bulls lead by 7.
Pressure after the free throw situation. That's designed to try to keep the ball out of the hands of O'Neal.
Michael Jordan. Bull 70. The Magic 67. On Pippen.
Well, that backcourt pressure put the Magic in a situation. Nick Anderson uncomfortable as he was being double-teamed and never really had a good look cross-court. Never saw this one coming all the way as that was the natural passing lane for Nick Anderson. Michael just went right through it and got the steal.
Well, today we play the numbers game. Did you know that Michael Jordan has worn 3 numbers for the Bulls? That's right, February 14th, 1990, in a game against Orlando. Jordan's number 23 jersey was stolen before the game, so Michael put on number 12. He scored 26 points that game, but the Magic won it 135-129 in overtime. In recognition of this moment, Miller Genuine Draft will donate $1,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund. Jordan posting up on Shaw. Yes. Bulls by 8. Jordan with the step. And we are now seeing the old number 23. Shooting foul. First team foul on Orlando. Chicago over the limit. Jordan with the step. Feeding Purdue. Purdue with 11 points. The Bulls hearing it from the crowd. Jordan facing Anderson. Kukoc for 3. Yes. And that is the final score. The series is tied at 2. The Bulls 106 and the Magic 95. And they will head to Orlando with the series even up. Let's go to Ahmad Rashad with Michael Jordan.
All right, thanks, Mark. Michael, you guys got just what you wanted. You wanted to force this into a 3-game series. That's what you got.
Well, we got a 3-game series, and you know, the guys played extremely well. Tony was a big kid once again. He came in and made a big basket for us down the stretch. You know, you got the best out of 3 games right now, best out of 3 series right now. So we got to come out ready to play in Orlando.
All right, good luck to you.
Tony Kukoc handling, trying to get Horace Grant away from the basket so he can do this, and that's drive and dish. Jordan hits the jumper uncontested. That's Jordan's first back. Makes the pass to Dennis Scott. O'Neal.
He's going so quick.
Has it blocked by Longley.
Notice how quick he went up with that shot instead of powering it and dunking it.
Jordan hard to the basket. The left-handed jam from Jordan. Oh, baby.
Power, and then on the other end, Michael says, no finger rolls for me. I'm going right to the front of the rim and dunk this.
Back to MJ, fakes the 3, goes by Shaq, comes up with a left hand. Michael with a pretty move.
14 for MJ.
Now Steve Kerr will bring it up. Gets it to Michael on the wing. Bulls lead at 35-27. MJ stops long range deuce, and MJ hits that. Bulls will swing it now. Michael turns to look, stops. He'll take that shot again, and Michael hits from there. 18 for Michael now. Shaq comes across. They're trying to set up 2-man high, so the Bulls have trouble coming over to double team. Tony comes across. They find Nick Anderson inside. Quick pass. Horace put it up and in. Had trouble with the handle for a second, but finally puts it in, and it's a 5-point Bulls lead. Jackson. O'Neal backs in off the glass, and Shaquille O'Neal tosses it home. O'Neal with 10 points now as Michael posts up and hits. Michael with a fadeaway jump shot. And cheer, stand and cheer, although they weren't ordered to. Michael with Shaq on him. Hits a big bucket. Michael quiets this crowd. And Horace Grant will bring it up on the run. Grant stops and kicks it back out, and they'll reset. Down low, looks for O'Neal, finds him. Scotty over to help. Right down to Horace.
Tony, the man in the middle, didn't know where to go, to Scott or to go to Horace. And
looking for Michael, has it down low, 10 on the shot clock. O'Neal comes over to help. Michael finds the opening in the baseline. Horace with the offensive rebound. The Magic are put things together here. Hardaway might have walked over to Horace Grant, open from 16. Orlando's got quite a surge going here from the last couple minutes of the first half. It's a 14-point surge. Grant with 20 points now to go along with 9 rebounds. Fifth in the corner. Luke goes out to set the screen. Scotty tried to cut, gives it back to Luke, looking for the open man. Inside, Michael with the slam. 5 of 8 from out there as he answers Scotty's tray. Tony gets it to Michael. Stops MJ from 16 and he hits.
28 for Michael, 10 in this quarter. Bulls still trailed by 2. We got 3-0.
Ronnie Harper. MJ with a long deuce. Michael throws it in. It's a 5-point Orlando lead now. The 12 on the shot clock. Drives inside. Fakes. Kicks it out. Michael takes a baseline 3.
Knocks it down. He was only 1 for 7 out there. Knocks the 3 down.
And it's back to an 8-point Orlando lead. Finds Michael. Baseline jump shot. MJ hits again.
37. He's keeping him in the game.
He is, John. That's the only reason they're staying. 89-83 now is the Magic lead. 4:43 remains. Scott on the dribble. Grant comes over to set the screen. Here comes O'Neal. Down low, Shaq with BJ over to help. Cross court, Nick Anderson takes the 3. Inside, Horace with a slam.
Horace Grant has been perfect in this series. His first basket of this quarter, he's got 24.
91-83 to the kid. Michael posts up, makes the shot inside, puts it in. Michael Jordan with the bucket again. Makes it 93-85. 39 from Michael. Scott brings it across the timeline as they call out the play. Horace comes over to set the screen, and O'Neal comes down again. Michael comes over to help. Hardaway right down for the slam. And the Bulls want a timeout. 2 minutes, 59 seconds left, and the Magic are back to a 10-point lead.
We take a look down low. Michael Jordan with a good move up around everybody. Lays it off the glass and in. Shaq passing out of the double team. Here comes Hardaway up, and he fires it on down. The Magic are 21 out of 34 in the second half.
Michael and Scotty on the bench now. BJ bounces it inside. Judd Bushler with the slam at the buzzer, and that does, in fact, wrap it up for the Orlando Magic. Here in the Orlando Arena, the Magic pull out a very big Game 5 after the Bulls had a 10-point advantage, John, in the second period. Orlando in the third and in the fourth did a great job and finished it off with a win. And now, as you say, this is a tough job for the Bulls coming up Thursday night. Luke and Shaq ready to jump. Remember, Shaq likes to get up quickly. And the tip goes to Dennis Scott. He'll give it back to Penny Hardaway. Hardaway one-on-one with MJ. Starts to back in. Hardaway with the fadeaway. That's short. Michael got a piece of it. Here come the Bulls. Down the floor. Michael with Anderson. Slam!
Michael's first hoop of the game comes on a nice block shot.
Lead now with a deuce. Good coach on the wing. Gets it right back to BJ. Michael comes in to post up. Goes for the bucket. And the Bulls take the lead back. Loose ball inside. Judd finally comes up. Gets it ahead. MJ with Ronnie Harper for laid it in. Finds Harper over to Michael. That was a hard pass. Tony wanted to post up. Luke did. Michael spins inside. What a shot. He was looking for a foul.
Right, contact with Shaq. Michael Jordan with the tongue out. He's going to run into the middle. Shaq's going to be waiting for him. What do? You just throw it up over your head, hope it goes in. And it does.
Magic with a lead. Michael on the lob.
Around and out. Nothing going for Mike. 3 for 11 from the field.
See if they can make something happen. MJ will take a three.
Jordan knocks it down. He's got 11 now. Last trip down.
Jeff Turner out to set the screen.
Mike.
Throw it away. Jordan will get it. They're coming again. MJ fakes, comes inside over Nick Anderson. Michael lays it in.
Beautiful move with the left hand, trying to avoid the foul. He did. Bulls down by 2.
Coming up on 2 minutes left in the third. Hardaway drives in. Michael knocked it away, but picked up the foul, got him in the arm, and Ronnie Harper will come in. Michael picked up the personal. Harper comes in and see if MJ sits.
And it's only the 3rd foul, and it'll be the ball be put here on the side. Michael's stepping in with that left hand.
Beat Myers up off the bench.
Needle, I'm tired. He says, I've been going hard at it.
Harper as Michael pulls up. MJ as Shaq comes over to help. Fades and hits.
They got 2 back. They got a mismatch here somewhere.
Michael. Baseline. Judd Bushler.
Yeah, Michael.
In. Time out, Orlando. They're going nuts here at the United Center. The Bulls and the Magic are tied at 89. 18 on the shot clock now. Horace steps out. Scotty right there.
Michael steal.
Scotty with a great screen, and MJ threw it down. 95-92, Bulls with a lead. And the Bulls will shoot it.
3rd one on Horace. Michael trying to get a fresh breath of fresh air as you saw him go in there after steal.
Michael squatting right in front of us. Lead it. Here comes Ronnie Harper.
Pip with 25.
And Michael will get a break. It's a good play by Phil. Michael's going to get a little glow here. He really needs it. Listen to this crowd. Wow. Michael got about a minute, and he's coming back. He went up to Phil Jackson and said, not can I come back, I'm coming back. 7, 6, on top, Scotty. Into the corner, BJ, open 3, yes!
That could be a nail!
Time out, Orlando! 3 minutes, 24 seconds left, and the Bulls lead it by 8. Backs it in. O'Neal throws it in.
Basket by Shaq.
102-96 now in. Scotty over to help. Nick Anderson fakes the 3. Now he'll take a 3.
Yes, sir. Bulls turn it over and then get the 3 to Anderson.
DJ brings it up against Brian Shaw.
Both teams in foul trouble.
Hit. Looks for the opening. It's Michael around the screen. MJ spins, fades, tough shot, short. Now the Magic can take the lead with 1 minute and 1. A minute remains. Right now, the Magic can take the lead.
We'll need a good defensive set. A real good set here.
Shaw comes off the screen. High screen roll again. Anderson. As Scott goes away, Nick Anderson wants one-on-one with Tony. Anderson fade away. Tough.
Yes, sir.
Bill wants a timeout. Timeout called by the Bulls, and Johnny will keep it right here as Nick Anderson wanted the one-on-one with Tony Kukoc. Tony with it on the wing. Michael pops out on top. Starts to penetrate. Fades inside. Luke put it up short. Fought for it, and Shaq gets it, and now Orlando calls a timeout.
He didn't finish the play. Shaq comes out. There's Luke. Luke gets the ball. Gets hammered by all different ways. Reminiscent of being in New York. Oh. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Full timeout and they're 20. Scott missed it. Luke with a rebound, and the Bulls call a 20-second timeout. So now, John, it's a little different spin. With 27.8 seconds remaining, a 2-pointer will tie this game with Orlando, and then the Magic have to come down and make something happen.
All right, you got
Orlando with some pressure. O'Neal triggered in, gets it back to Scotty. Bulls need a deuce. Pip gets it to Kukoc. Tony on top for Michael. MJ spins, comes back, gets it inside, and it's stolen. Hardaway comes up with it. The Magic can run out the clock. Bulls have to foul, and they do foul Penny Hardaway. No, I doubt it. BJ, Tony, on the ball. Scotty and Michael. With 12.8, Scotty steps up, gets it, throws it over to BJ. He is open, but it's a 2. Off, rebound pulled down by Hardaway, down the floor, Shaq, and that'll do it. O'Neal with the slam, and the Orlando Magic are going to win this series over the Chicago Bulls. Michael will take the inbound pass, find Scotty over on the other side. 1 second, and the Orlando Magic here come into the United Center in Chicago and defeat the Chicago Bulls 108-102. Michael Jordan goes over to congratulate him. Horace up on his teammate's shoulders, and Horace celebrating the win, of course, here. Teams shaking hands, walking off. And the Orlando Magic with a tremendous win here